Doing well. Thank you for joining us. This is the Real Estate Zone, all the information you need in today's market. I'm your host, Mike Litton. Well, we're going to start out today with our current, as we always do with our current market conditions. Interest rates are rising. That's the latest. They've actually risen in the last couple of weeks or actually the last 4 weeks by over a point. So interest rates currently are about 4.5, 4.75, right in that neighborhood for a 30-year fixed. One of the reasons is bond traders are spooked. Bond traders are spooked because the Federal Open Market Committee and the Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke in particular have been talking about this thing called tapering, which basically is Fed speak for the fact that they're going to stop buying bonds. Anytime they stop buying bonds, like we've talked about before, the actual price of bonds is going to drop. If the price of bonds drops, the yield goes up, and so do interest rates. And so one of the things that's happening right now is they've said that they're going to start tapering. They've said that they're going to taper back the $85 billion estimated a month in your tax dollars that they're actually spending on your T-bills and on your treasuries and on your mortgage-backed securities in order to artificially keep interest rates low. And they haven't said how much they're going to taper. They've sort of hinted that they're going to start tapering next month. And so as soon as they started hinting to that, and that started to become something that caught some traction, bond traders jumped out of the market. Well, they have to, because a bond trader has a particular position. They own bonds in the market, and if they know for a fact that the price of the bond is going to drop, they're going to jump out of the market. So what we saw in the last 3 or 4 weeks is selling from bond traders being spooked, and so interest rates are rising. What does that mean? That means there's a number of people, every time there's a 0.25% interest rate increase to interest rates, to mortgage rates, there are over 23,000 San Diegans that don't qualify for a home. And so that's what economists are telling us. And so if there's a smaller pool of buyers, right, you're going to have a more intent group of buyers that are actually trying to jump off the fence and buy because they're afraid that they've got to get in now or they're not going to be able to get in. So one of the things that's happening is you're seeing a lot of intensity with regard to the pool, but the actual buyer pool is starting to shrink. I was actually on the Channel 8 News this morning talking about this very thing, and we were talking about the fact that the Federal Reserve can't figure out whether they're washing or hanging out, and hopefully one of these days they will. Once they do, then we'll have a better handle on what's going to happen with interest rates. What we do know is that they're going to go up. So what does that mean if you're a buyer? If you're a buyer, you need to buy now, you need to lock in, you need to get in there. We've been saying that for 3 years now, but you need to do it. Now's the time to do it because interest rates are going to continue to rise, and as they continue to rise, you may be priced out of the market. Also, prices are going up, so affordability is dropping. So people and incomes are basically staying steady. So there's a real squeeze on right now, and people need to get in, they need to buy. If you're a seller, you need to price your home competitively. Yes, the market's hot in some areas. Some areas, there are pockets around San Diego County that are incredibly hot, but you've got to make sure that you're priced competitively. Buyers are more sophisticated and more informed than they've ever been. They have access to our MLS, they can run their own CMAs, they can run their own comparables, they know what properties are worth. And if you're even $5,000 above what the market value of your property is in terms of what you're asking in your list price, your property potentially could just sit there. So you need to be right at or just below market value in terms of your list price to actually attract the greater pool of buyers and the maximum amount of traffic possible. So basically what we're seeing is sellers need to be aggressive, sellers need to price their property right, and buyers need to get in there and need to get in there now. Same thing I've been saying actually for 3 years now, kind of a broken record. We are absolutely thrilled to have, and by the way, if you're not sure about the market, if you have questions or you're not sure about what's going on, you can call me directly at 760-802-9500. That's 760-802-9500. You can visit my website at sold760.com. That's SOLD760.com. We are thrilled to have joining us in studio Ed Gallo, City Councilman of the City of Escondido. Welcome, Mr. Gallo.
Good morning.
Hey, it's great to have you.
Hey, good to be here.
There are a lot of great things happening in Escondido, and in this particular show, we're highlighting Escondido. We're going to have Coach Mark Carlson on next segment, the next 2 segments actually, who's the head football coach at Escondido Charter High, because we want to highlight what's going on and the developments and the things that are happening, specifically the charter school, but we want to talk about all the other wonderful things that are happening in Escondido. We really appreciate you being here to kind of help walk us through what's happening. Escondido is on the move, and it's impressive, and we want to be able to talk about it and let people know.
Well, Mike, as you know, the 3 most important things in real estate are location, location, location. Right?
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Escondido has all 3.
Absolutely.
We are at the crossroads of a state highway,
Yep.
78.
Yeah. That's true.
Interstate Freeway, I-15. We are at the convergence of natural gas distribution,
There you go.
at the convergence of electricity distribution.
Right.
So what better place is there?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Great point.
we are, and we have been telling everybody, Escondido is open for business. I mean, we are ready.
Right, absolutely.
The good stuff is already happening. We just had Del Lago Academy, which is a magnet school that focuses on science and math.
Amazing, amazing
Okay.
facility,
Now,
by
if
the
you
way.
haven't been,
World class.
Have you been there?
I've been around it. I haven't been through it.
Wait till you go inside that. It looks like a high-tech industrial campus. Seriously.
It's really cool.
It's absolutely phenomenal. The facilities are first rate. And the interesting part about it is their view is across the valley to our high-tech, cutting-edge Palomar Medical Center.
There you go.
Okay? And the reason for that is the focus of these kids will be, that's where I could be working in 4, 5, 6, 8 years.
That's true.
Once they graduate
Great point.
high school, college, they could be working in that facility.
Yeah, because that's a math and science deal, and
That's their key
awesome.
focus, and it's they had a preview about a month or so.